Right now on Jamaica News Page tonight, a nationwide manhunt intensifies. We have new details on the armored truck driver who is on the run with millions of stolen cash, and growing outrage in Ocho Rios St. Anne tonight. A new fence at Little Duns River sparks anger among occupants demanding answers.
We don't know really what's going on. Nobody come to me and said nothing what's going on about this country. As I could see, them are on a wire fence.
Plus, the nation mourns 2 police officers dead tonight, as mental health concerns ripple across the force and beyond. New tonight, the lights are back on at St. Anne's Primary School in downtown Kingston. Stick around to hear what really caused the outage. And later tonight,
Kingston.
dancehall superstar Mavado returns to the gully side after 7 years, with his legal troubles now officially behind him. Jamaica News Page tonight is powered by viewers like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay informed. Thank you for subscribing. Jamaica News Page tonight starts right now. We begin tonight with an update to a breaking story we first brought you earlier this week. An armored truck driver remains on the run after allegedly stealing over $20 million while his colleagues were inside a Megamart store servicing an ATM. Tonight, sources confirm the driver is employed to Beryllium Limited. Jamaica News Page tonight understands that on Saturday, October 11th, the man stayed inside the truck while his co-workers went inside the store. He then reportedly removed his uniform, left behind his licensed firearm, and fled with the cash stuffed in a backpack. Police later searched his Linstead St. Catherine home, but did not find him there. Sources say the suspect hadn't been seen in the community for several months leading up to the heist. In a statement on Thursday, Beryllium Limited said it has launched a comprehensive internal investigation and is working closely with police. The company says it's confident that with advanced investigative measures now underway, there will soon be positive developments, including the recovery of the stolen cash and the capture of those responsible. Beryllium also reaffirmed that the safety and integrity of its operations remain its top priority, assuring clients and the public that every effort is being made to resolve the matter swiftly. The investigation continues tonight, and Jamaica News Page will keep you updated as new details emerge. A 16-year-old student of Sunrise Crescent Red Hills, Kingston is under arrest tonight, charged with robbery with aggravation following an incident in Portmore St. Catherine on Tuesday, October 14th. Jamaica News Page tonight understands that around 4:30 p.m., a teenager was standing along the roadway when he was approached by a group of boys, including the 16-year-old. It's alleged that the boy pulled a knife, held up the teen, and robbed him of an iPhone 12 Pro Max before escaping on foot with the group. An alarm was raised, and quick-acting residents managed to apprehend the accused, handing him over to the police upon their arrival. He was formally charged yesterday, and preparations are now underway for his court appearance. Questions are growing in Ocho Rios St. Anne tonight, after a newly installed fence at Little Duns River sparked anger and confusion among residents demanding answers.
This is the Little Duns River where people come and do them little washing or something. And from the other day, we just see the UDC sending people to come lock it down. We should wait in a court to discuss this matter. But we got the 28th of this month back to court and them come in doing this construction. We don't know really what's going on. Nobody come to me and said nothing what's going on about this country. As I could see, them are on a wire fence. I put up a wire fence. And we don't know the lawyer we did talk to. The last time we go to court, them they tell us, UDC not putting up no resistance towards it. Nobody don't have to go in the box to swear towards it. So more or less to we, them must say, all right, them leave it as a free beach. You understand? Anyway, something come out in the media, some allegations say them have criminal around here at the gate collecting money and thing. The police don't come and find out about it or nothing. I just see UDC come in again and just say them around wire fence. We don't know what towards what's going on about this. So we try to find out what's going on. Nobody come up to us all now to make we know what's going on. So I wish if the government of Jamaica could have make we know what's going on. This is what we have to do. We make sure we get it licensed by the government so the government knows so we're there. But these act where them putting in now, we don't know what's going on. Like them putting on fence to put on gate to lock you up. And now, them say the incident is people where they here.
Chairman of the Urban Development Corporation, Norman Brown, says extra security has been deployed following reports that extortionists were charging patrons to access what is supposed to be a free public beach.
The management team, they visited Mr. Dungiva on Monday and they met with the security company. Full report was requested. That was received yesterday evening. But in the meantime, certain observations were made. The site is now fully secured. We are replacing the damaged areas on the fence that was damaged, to which the unauthorized person gained access. And the security complement has been swept up a bit. We have also been in dialogue with the security forces, the police in Area 2, so as to ensure that there is adequate coverage in the event that the needs arise. So we are back to our normal position where the lunch facility is open to the public on Saturdays and Sundays and the public holidays.
There were also claims that some individuals were granting access to the beach on days it was officially closed. When asked if the situation made security personnel feel intimidated, Brown admitted there may have been some discomfort.
The report came in yesterday afternoon, and the management team is going through it, and they will submit a report to the board when we next meet. But I would sense that there was some level of what I would call discomfort on the security guard part, because these were unarmed guards. And the challenge, I think the breakdown, if there should be one identified in the report, is that a report was not sent further up the chain of command so that we could take the appropriate action.
The UDC chairman said the area is only open on weekends and holidays since the facility is not yet licensed. However, he noted that the agency is trying to accommodate the public during those days while a management and infrastructure upgrade moves forward. That upgrade, estimated at $170 million, will include expanded parking and other improvements. Meanwhile, the Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement JABM is accusing the UDC of denying public access to the property, which many locals call Belmont Cove.
It has come to the attention of JABM and the plaintiffs in the Little Duns River court case that the UDC, Urban Development Corporation, will be fencing and reclosing Little Duns River, thereby locking out the public on weekdays starting today, Wednesday, October the 15th. We see this as a betrayal by the government of Jamaica based on the ongoing advanced discussions in the court prior to the 2025 general elections. That the beach will be legally protected for the people. The status quo immediately before the general elections was a beach that is open 7 days per week and not only on weekends. It now appears that after the general election that the UDC has reneged on that current status quo and is reclosing the beach and river, once again denying Jamaicans the freedom to access the beach and use the river and the sea, which are common heritage of humankind.
From 1970, I'm living on this property. This property is 365 acres of land. I'd like to ask Mr. Andrew Holness, if UDC know the first peg on this property, this we know it. UDC is to come and talk to us. We have a case, a court. So our UDC, we are going behind the court, wish and commands and attack we. If we have if that is a constitutional right to argument. We go on in the country with the last system was set. Because the judge supposed to make the final decision. And to me, the judge now make the final decision. A UDC make the final decision. And that shouldn't be so.
We're also taking this opportunity to call upon the government to adhere to the principle of keeping the current status quo of a 7-day open Little Duns River while the negotiations continue in the court. We want to also furthermore, say to the government, do not continue to lock us out. Set us free. Do not continue to push us down, build us up, and to note that any beach or sea policy that does not guarantee full and fettered access for all Jamaicans to the beach and to the sea is not justice, but instead another form of control. This act of reclosing the beach and river, it categorically confirms what JABM have been communicating to the Jamaican public for the last 3 years, that we the people use the beaches of Jamaica only by permission and at the discretion of the government, and that we the Jamaican people do not have inherent and permanent rights to the beach based upon the Beach Control Act of 1956. And so the government can take away whenever it chooses our beach rights.
We're just getting started on Jamaica News Page tonight. Here's what's ahead. A St. James policewoman found dead at home. We have new details tonight. Plus, mounting concern across the Jamaica Constabulary Force as the St. Elizabeth Police urge officers struggling with mental health issues to seek help following last night's tragedy. Also ahead,
Kingston.
dancehall superstar Mavado returns to the gully side after 7 years, with his legal troubles now officially behind him. You're watching Jamaica News Page tonight, powered by viewers like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay informed. Thank you for subscribing. Now back to the news. New tonight. A police corporal has been confirmed dead after being found unresponsive at her home in Brooks Close, Granville, St. James. She has been identified as 59-year-old Bibsy Foster. Preliminary reports indicate that Foster, who was on pre-retirement, was discovered at her residence yesterday morning. She was later transported to a medical facility where she was pronounced dead. Foster was scheduled to retire in November. Also tonight, Deputy Superintendent Owen Brown, who oversees operations in St. Elizabeth, is urging police officers to seek assistance from the constabulary's divisional welfare units if they are struggling with depression or other mental health challenges.
We do have our welfare unit. All divisions, all stations have members of our welfare unit part of it. Whether it's through accident, it's through whatever kind of trauma, there's a welfare unit that attends to each member's concern. We also have the ability to escalate. There is the fancy unit that takes charge. We do have the medical services branch where we have trained psychologists to take care of the mental issues for members. Again, each member has that responsibility to say something. And if any form of change whatsoever, whether it's physical, it's financial, it's emotional, whatever the changes are, say something. And, we have the units in place to assist those members.
His comments come in the wake of the suspected self-harm of Constable Arnold Wilson in St. Elizabeth yesterday. Wilson, who was assigned to the Halfway Tree police station, was reportedly found around 5:30 p.m. by a neighbor. Preliminary reports suggest he had been experiencing mental health challenges and was deemed unfit for duty. At the time, he was on leave and receiving treatment. Family members told investigators that his emotional state had deteriorated following the death of his father overseas. DSP Brown emphasized the importance of leadership within police divisions, urging supervisors to be vigilant and attentive to the well-being of their team members.
Onus is also on the divisional leadership to be able to see any form of deviance in our members and to immediately apply the intervention unit. I said so this member, it wouldn't have been from a St. Elizabeth perspective because we wouldn't have known he's in our space.
New tonight. A female student at the Mona campus of the University of the West Indies, UWI, has died under suspicious circumstances. The medical student who resided in George Allen Hall was discovered by her roommate this morning. Her name and age have not yet been released. Preliminary reports suggest she may have taken her own life, but Assistant Commissioner Michael Phipps, head of Area 4 Police, says the case is being treated as a death investigation. UWI campus registrar, Donovan Stanberry, has declined to comment on the incident at this time. This marks the 6th suspected suicide in Jamaica since the start of October. In response to the growing mental health crisis, the Jamaica Council of Churches, JCC, is urging greater support for citizens struggling with mental health challenges.
I think it's something we should think about going forward. Probably it shouldn't be just one day of the year, but a focus in our churches every Sunday, at least for the foreseeable future, that we at some point, through some moment in the service, to focus on mental health and offer support. To say something encouraging of persons to where help can be accessed to is available. So maybe we should, beginning now, and certainly as we move into the Advent season in a few weeks, we should move focus maybe on peace and hope side of Advent, and use that to segue into offering comfort to those and support those who are struggling in our communities.
If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of self-harm, help is available. In Jamaica, contact the Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Helpline at 888-NEW-LIFE, 888-6395-433.
Kingston.
Dancehall star Mavado is back in Jamaica after a 7-year hiatus. The Gully God reportedly took a major step towards clearing his legal woes when he met with the police yesterday. Mavado was wanted for assault occasioning actual bodily harm in relation to an incident in 2018. It's understood the complainant had not taken steps to pursue the matter further. Head of the St. Andrew North Police, Superintendent Randy Sweeney, says the police consider the matter closed. And finally tonight, the lights at St. Anne's Primary School in downtown Kingston are back on. The school, which had been without power for 3 weeks, received a generator from the Ministry of Education last night. Acting Principal, Trishiana Mitchell-Francis, says the equipment is sufficient to supply the entire school. That's it for Jamaica News Page tonight, powered by viewers like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay informed. Thank you for watching and subscribing. We'll see you in the comments, and be sure to join us again for more news. Have a great night.